Yo, what is poppin', residents of the Mysta clan? This is your boy, the leader of the Mysta clan 6, coming at y'all with part 4 to What If Naruto Had Multiple Personality Disorder. So today we're going to be going over the entire spiel of Dark Naruto and what he's been through in the time that Naruto has been growing up. Also, the link to all our socials, our Discord, all our channels, all that type of stuff are in the link in the description. So if you want more great content, go check out all those links. So without further ado, this has been your boy 6. Roll that intro.
Yeah, some days I feel unfazed, like when I'm with my friends with a cup raised. On Monday, I got a gun raised, suicidal to a dime till hump day. Then I go right back at it like an automatic. More drinks, more songs, more beats to rap. I need a shrink, I'm gone, more time keeps passing. No watch, no thoughts at all, just a hat, new era. Rep my P's and those O's, need the Phillies with the orange and black to feel home. From Citizens Bank back to Camden Yards, it's a tale of two cities and trust we go hard. Trust we go hard, yes we go hard. You said we go hard, I said we go hard. Rockin' my Bob Cousy, stocking up on the loose. The lyrics come easy, but the life is a doozy. And yes, I'm choosy, and no, I won't settle, but I still take pop off over that kettle, cause I'm talking bigger picture, and yes, I'm gonna hit you.
Dark Naruto, or the dark opposite to Naruto. Someone who experienced all the opposite emotions of Naruto, living in the back parts of his mind and encountering the Kyuubi. For the last 7 years, this being had been tortured within Naruto's mind. This was obviously initially his subconscious, but due to chakra overflow, had created a second personality within Naruto's mind. This personality, which we will be referring to as Dark Naruto, had hated Naruto its entire existence. It was Naruto's opposite. It felt what Naruto felt, but switched around. Anyone Naruto had loved, anyone that he did not have a chance to love, was strictly hated by this Naruto. Everyone that Naruto had hated is seen as a potential ally to this Naruto. This Naruto had wanted nothing but chaos, destruction, and death, and had even grown to be manipulated by the Nine Tails, as if he ever gains control, the Nine Tails would take over, with him breaking the seal open. He had tried this multiple times, but somehow his goody two-shoes counterpart had broken free of his control every time, breaking him away from barely ripping the seal apart every single time. He had grown a hatred towards himself. Things like cutting himself when he started losing control. Things like torturing his own body just to know that he has the satisfaction of hurting his counterpart. This Naruto was obviously mentally deranged, and in the time that he had taken over, he had made many an ally. Mitsuki, someone who was allied to the Snake Son in Orochimaru, and is currently working in the academy system, had been tasked with getting the scroll of sealing for that of Orochimaru. Obviously, Naruto, or at least Dark Naruto, would have made an allyship. After finding out that this Mitsuki hates Naruto, Dark Naruto had nothing but allies around him everywhere. There was at least one person willing to go to the extreme to kill the Nine Tails brat, and Mitsuki was one of them. Mitsuki would be one of the few people that holds the secrets of Naruto's multiple personality, and one of the very few that are allied with the Dark Naruto. Obviously, there are more, like Orochimaru, who had hopes for this Naruto to one day grow to control and take over the Nine Tails, as it has a dominant personality. Then you have some other slightly less dark people, like the two gate guards, who had not been evil, but they had basically been friends with everyone. Naruto himself had never met them, but Dark Naruto, in one of the many times going out, had met them. Obviously, he's not as good as things as any high-level shinobi, and they would actually pretty often follow him. And to them, this Naruto did nothing but train outside of the village. Obviously, he wasn't allowed to leave, but they did have a soft spot for the kid and didn't really know about the whole multi-personality thing, and just thought that this was Naruto going out to have a midnight training session or something. This Naruto was on a whole nother level. He was able to go up until three-tailed cloak at age 8. Yes, you heard me correctly, a three-tailed cloak. So he had been much more powerful than the initial Naruto, just being mentally more unstable. Hence, him always being overpowered. Obviously, Izumu and Kotetsu, the two gate guards, would grow to admire Naruto. Obviously, not knowing that it's this specific Naruto, but just Naruto in general. They see him as trying to gain control of the Nine Tails and trying to prove the village wrong that he isn't the Nine Tails, but someone who keeps him prisoner. Dark Naruto would obviously grow to like the two gate guards since they basically just let him leave without any question, and he had thought that maybe they knew about the entire situation, obviously never having specifically brought it up. On the other hand, he had made some contacts within the village, like certain dealers that would all give him things in exchange for being able to torture him. Obviously, some of these would know of Naruto's dark half, and even the wrestling slash fighting ring or illegal ring underneath the Leaf Village had been Naruto's home for this last few years, at least Dark Naruto. This is where he thrived, where he was able to kill people if he wanted to, as long as he didn't use jutsu or tools, thus making him a great savage hand-to-hand fighter. This Naruto was way above the level of savagery than anyone in the shinobi world. He was almost like a tailed beast. That's how ferally he fought. Sometimes even having his whisker marks intensify and his nails grow out longer. He had killed many in the underground rings, but was seen as a champion there. People loved him. Thus, this Naruto had a place to be. But its hatred for the normal Naruto would never stop growing. It will plot out the death of all Naruto's friends and family every night, starting with Hiruzen. He had brought his concerns to Orochimaru, who had a base within the village unknown to anyone else, and this Orochimaru would agree. One day, on a Chunin exams, when all the villagers are gathered, he will make an alliance with one to cease and kill everyone this Naruto wants gone. This Naruto doesn't care for residual damage or even who has control of the village. He just wants to be broken free of these chains called emotions. At least the other Naruto. He needs to make him suffer. Obviously, this would put nothing but a good smile on Orochimaru's face. This obviously being the last time that Naruto had been fully taken over, meaning that week of meditation when Naruto had fallen asleep, this Naruto had constantly breaking out and gone somewhere. In this time, Orochimaru had run many experiments on the Nine Tails and how to avoid the Nine Tails getting rid of his curse seals, and would even place one on Naruto, telling this Naruto that he has now a power that could grant him any wish. Naruto would bring up the eyes of the Hyuga and the eyes of the Uchiha, with Orochimaru saying that not even he can do that, but there is a way he could make this happen. He would then explain that there is someone in the village, a Hyuga who is disloyal, someone who is a part of Danzo's foundation. He needs this person taken care of so that he could get to Danzo himself. He also explains that when the Uchiha massacre had necessarily happened, that Danzo had stolen the eyes from every single Uchiha and keeps them in a room, which he had seen while reconning the village. Naruto would obviously be curious on how Orochimaru would be able to do this, but Orochimaru doesn't really feel like revealing that much. So he would say that he has some recon jutsu and that's all Naruto has to worry about. Naruto would agree. One of the nights where Naruto falls asleep, he'll meet him outside of the Foundation base, with Orochimaru merely nodding, and this Naruto preparing to take on the world. So, as our friendly Naruto gets back to his team, tired for some reason, he would feel and wonder if everyone in this world is okay, and if anyone needs his help. But yeah, that's going to be it for this part, guys. I really do hope y'all did enjoy. I know this part was a little shorter than the average part, but I did need to get this out for y'all today, so I really do hope y'all appreciated this. Once again, go check out all our links in the description, our Discord, all that type of stuff. Consider becoming a member. We just unlocked that. And also check out every single person's channel who is linked down below. They are all members of the Mysta clan and all pretty cool people. So without further ado, this has been your boy Six. Peace.